the Talk of the Town. Steve Gaito has joined us. Again, he is a certified financial planner, but also the founder and owner of Retirement Resource Management. Steve, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah. So you had mentioned earlier that there was this quote by Ed Slott in the Wall Street Journal that was
Right.
very interesting. You want to share with our viewers?
Yeah, it basically is talking about the risks that's associated with IRAs and 401ks, especially large amounts, and the embedded taxes that are in them.
Right.
And he calls it actually a ticking time bomb. And part of that is you look at government spending, and it's $32 trillion of debt, and that's going to have to be paid back. And actually in 2026, we're going to see that the taxes are going back to their old rates because the Trump tax law sunset.
Right.
So it gives us a unique opportunity to, kind of pay things out of our IRAs and stuff right now and be real strategic about how much taxes you pay.
And you were saying normally our financial folks, they're managing our money, our portfolios, they're not thinking so much about taxes.
Yeah.
That's why our retirement planner is always wanting to maximize your income, but you can get a lot of money coming in, but if you have to pay a lot out in taxes,
That's right.
it's
Yeah, you see a lot of people worry about the fluctuation in the market because that reduces their income.
And
They worry
inflation.
about inflation, it reduces their income. Well, taxes have the exact same impact, and it's one of the things that you can actually control, and yet very few people, that's what Ed's referencing, is very few people actually are proactive about how they pay their taxes. And for the past almost 4 years, that's been an emphasis of my company, is to really help people understand how much they are going to owe, and that there's a minimum amount that you have to pay, and there's a optimum amount that you can kind of minimize.
But now, Steve, wouldn't your accountant do that for you? Why would I need someone like a retirement planner?
So I look at it from a macro standpoint.
Okay.
So, and that means that I'm not looking at just the 1 year. And so most
Okay.
CPAs look at how do you pay the least amount of taxes for that year. And don't look at the macro side, which is how much you'll pay over your lifetime. Actually, on my website, there's a calculator, and it can show you what your tax liability may be. Or I've got a book, No Compromise Retirement Plan. We've talked about it several times. That's available on the website, and it talks about the impact that taxes have and how it erodes your income.
Now, is there tax-free income?
Yeah.
Can you get tax-free
Yeah,
income?
so most common way is a Roth IRA.
Right.
And so now is a great time with the market down a little bit to actually do some of those conversions and get the money so that it is not going to have the tax liability in the future. The other is using things like Index Universal Life, which if you've got an estate need or you have a future need that you might not need the income, life insurance becomes a very efficient vehicle. And there are specific ways you have to structure it in order for it to be an efficient option for you.
What I like about you, Steve, is your background. You were actually managing money.
I did that.
And you did that for years.
Yeah.
But then you moved more into the retirement planning, which is, of course, involves that you have the partner with that financial planner. So talk a little bit about why you made that transition to what you do now.
Well, quite honestly, it was my clients. And they kept saying, we're more interested in income than we are assets.
I see.
And that's really in retirement. If you think about it, most people work their entire life saving for retirement, not to have a huge portfolio that causes stress, but to provide income for them and their spouse to be able to live out their retirement. Well, a portfolio doesn't necessarily meet that needs.
I see.
And so the things that I focus on is, your taxes, what impact are they going to have? How do we minimize inflation? How do we minimize market volatility? And those types of things can really create an income plan that allows you to be more comfortable in retirement. And, people that get a paycheck every month don't stress about the market fluctuations the way that those are dependent upon a portfolio.
Very good. And your website, again, is RetireRM?
It is. Thank you.
Steve Gaito with Retirement Resource Management. Good to see you again.
Good to
Happy
see you.
holidays to
Thank
you.
Happy holidays.